This is the most satisfying moment since I've shaved my head. Not because it's growing out, but that is exciting. But I just got a last minute invite to go out this evening, and guess what? I don't have to do my hair. I'll do my hair. I don't have to do my hair. I can be ready in 5 minutes. I am so excited because this is all I gotta do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh my God. And we're done. And we're ready. Da da da. Dancing all night long and my hair's not gonna go flat. I am so excited. This is my first time out. I'm so excited. I had so much fun. My debut of going out in my new hair was so much fun. I danced all night. It looks great. It looked great. It felt great. And this lady stopped me and was like, "Oh my God, I love your hair." I couldn't help it. I almost kissed her. I hugged her and I was like, whispering, like, "I just shaved my head." She's like, "You're not telling me that's a wig." I'm like, "I am." I said, "I just came from the bathroom," and I was like looking in the mirror going, "Oh, this just look like I have on a wig. I feel so conspicuous." She's like, "No, it looks so natural. Oh my God." So yeah, she was so funny because she's like, "I have this thick hair and it takes an hour and a half to do." And I'm like, "Oh my God, it's the whole grass is greener. Like I've always wanted thick hair." So it's such whatever you don't have is what you want. It's just too much. But yeah, this was a lot of fun to go out, and it just it stays awesome. So I'm thrilled. Almost 2 weeks tomorrow, and there is definitely some little chick hairs on my head. So I can actually move them. They're like to where they're long enough that they go back and forth. So that's kind of fun, but I still was not ready to go out in public like this. Though I've had a lot of happy, very sweet endorsements that I could and should, but I chickened out last night for sure. And I have this wig and I like it. So I wanted to give it a try. I wanted to give it a try for like being out in it and how I felt and how I danced and if it was so hot or give me a headache, because it does actually. I'm just getting used to like having something constantly like being there. Um, so report was all good. I danced, I had fun, my hair didn't flop, which was so awesome. I didn't sweat any, probably none, but like definitely not more than normal. I got a super duper compliment, which was really lovely. And yet I'm still messing around with my wig. So I'm going to show you what I'm up to today. I'm embellishing it a little bit. I don't have a whole lot in my life that doesn't get embellished. Like everything. I'm laughing because I can hear my family in my head going, duh. Yeah, everything comes to me and gets a little something, something. It just is the way it is. And Jessie at the Gallery of Wigs is probably going to keel over if she sees this. But I am adding and weaving in some of my hair, the locks that I saved from my cutting. I'm just taking little pieces and it's just ever this wig. I mean, in certain light, it has a little bit of a warmer tone. But it seems like when I put it on and when I go out, like in places and I see it in a mirror, it just looks so starkly like dark and then starkly very light. Like the light seems much lighter when I'm wearing it, and it's very contrasty. It doesn't look like it when I'm just looking at it, but nonetheless, I'm weaving in a little bit of my hair because it's actually a little too warm for this color wise, but it's giving it a little bit of warmer dimension, just a little bit. And so when I put it in there, I can, when I brush it, it kind of isn't just a big old clump of blonder hair, but I'm just using just regular thread and just sewing it literally to the cap. So I'm just putting the ends, flattening it out and getting it kind of tucked underneath these hairs so that they fold over it. But I've already put the needle through there, so I've got it through the cap, and then I'm just going to capture those little root hairs. Well, except my knot didn't work, so I'm going to do it again. We're going in under. And then I think I'm going to like not do just the whole thing, so it breaks up a little bit better when I brush it. I'm literally, I don't know how they make hand sewn wigs, but they do. If this is how it goes, but so far it is working. I put a few little highlights in already, and I was able to brush them out and blend them. So the little bit that's a little bit longer on one side is, I cut a lot of the hairs out because the way it was just coming from the top, and so some got thinned out a bit. So I'm adding a little bit more volume, and it's this bit that hangs is like, that seems really, really dark to me. So here's one of my little blonde bits. So it just warms it up a little bit, makes it a little bit more natural. It also seems a bit shiny when I'm out, like super, it is synthetic. And again, it doesn't look terrible right here, but, and it's not terrible, but it does just feel like it gives off a ridiculous shine. And so I thought putting some of my natural hair in is gonna deflect a little bit of the sheen and give it just that a little more natural look. So I have some longer bits that I'll put down here, but yeah, I think that's coming along really well. So if you do what I do, don't do that buzz straight away, so that you can like keep some of the bits. And if you're going to go through the process of, again, my little wiglet that I use to put underneath the caps and things, so you have a little something, bangs or whatever, you make a little bang. So I actually really like that. I like that look, that just having a little hat or a wrap with a little bit of natural side bit, bang bit. So save your bits. I finally got my head wraps, so I'm just gonna do a little product placement situation. These are the little beanies that came in a 3-pack, and they're basically reversible, and they're also scarves. Like they have a hole in them, but when you put them on, it all covers up. But there's a little bit of an opening, which is nice because I've been wearing, like for in the house, if I wear like a regular, like a wool hat or whatever, then I just start getting hot, and then I'm taking it off, I'm putting it on, taking it off. So I've been wearing this most of the day, and I haven't had to rip it off. It feels actually pretty good, and I think it's a lighter weight, but it also has a little bit of ventilation. So I'm not feeling like it's just constantly my head heat just kind of building up on me. So there are others, but this is the first ones, and I think these are really practical for this time of year. The debut of my head, virgin skin into the sun. And yes, I do have sunscreen on, everyone, but it is zinc, not regular cancer-causing crap. But look, it actually shows my hair. Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna tan the scalp up a little bit because there is a slight line that's been a little bit weird. So this is exciting. I am in the calm after the storm. This was the best week to not have hair. I have been thanking God that I buzzed it when I did, because it was awful. We had no water. I didn't shower for a week, and it didn't really matter. It rained. I was soaked. It was freezing. It was frost every single night. We are just out of it. It rained all yesterday and all last night. We worked in the rain, and so I was soaked, and I had no hair to worry about, and it was blissful. I can't stand bad weather, and this has actually made it tolerable to not have hair to deal with. And I've been in a hat, obviously, but still, everything was soaked yesterday. So I couldn't be happier with my choice at the very moment. And now we're seeing if I can get rid of those spots with the sun. This is, what a glory. When you haven't had water and you've had below freezing temperatures, just a ray of sunshine. It's not even hot, but it is a ray of sunshine. Okay, here's week 3 wrap up. Back in the bathroom at the lake house where I took all this hair off, and the lighting really makes a difference. I'm really seeing the change. I can see that my hair is actually lapping over my ear a bit. That's pretty incredible. There is a makeup mirror, a very close-up mirror here that also will show me all this. So I hope that the camera picks it up. But there are some very interesting things that are happening. First off, I know that my hair is going in a different direction. It's going to be it's going to make its own way to have a new style, because how I've been doing it was going this way, and clearly it does not want to do that. There's a very interesting streak, like 100% straight. And that is not shine from the light. That is for real. That is for real. The parting of the sea. Straight across white streak. And that's going to be fascinating to see what happens. These are bugging me. Whole. Hair's there. But for some reason, I am seeing through to the scalp in a round, polka dotted sort of way. Polka dots, how very trendy. This side it feels like it's going to be thicker. I think the hair is going to come in. I think there's more. This top spot here, right here especially, it feels, it's growing straight down onto the head. So like this is sticking up. This is going flat down. So I think it's shorter too a little bit, but it's definitely matted down. It's definitely creating a flat. And so all of this is very tight to the scalp. But this is a little chia pet, and it feels so good. It still feels so good. But that is where it's growing the most and the most free. but we're definitely getting to where the hair direction is getting defined, and it is for real a swoop in the opposite direction. So I'm gonna have a new do at the end of this.